Good morning, friends. Yesterday the video cut out just a quick minute early because I accidentally hit the button while I was trying to get the bookmark and there was no way to go back and add to it. Tadpole is actually on my lap this morning, nice and calm and getting some scratches. He's getting kind of antsy to get his hair cut, but they're closed and I'm sure some of you need your hair cut too. You can see you got mostly butt today, not face. Let's see if we can get his face for you. There he is, saying hello this morning. All right, did you see the snow flurries yesterday? Oh my goodness, I was out and had to go to the gas station and to the grocery store, and all of a sudden I looked up and there was snow flurries and I was like, what is this going on? We should not be having snow, especially in April. So today's word is scowl. Here, let me get it for you. And a scowl is when you make an angry frown. So today I challenge you to scowl at somebody for some reason that is appropriate. Don't scowl at mom because she made you lunch. Maybe scowl at your brother because he stole your toys. Or I might scowl at Tadpole when he barks in the middle of our video. So we know that because it is something that we do, scowling is a verb. So think about it. You probably would not scowl when your friends clap for you, but you would probably scowl when your pencil breaks and you're trying to do your work. Hopefully you're all working on some schoolwork at some point, and you don't have to this week because it is spring break, but I hope that you are working on some of the things that I have sent for you. So we'll read a chapter or two. Remember, we are in Zoe and Sassafras, Merhorses, and Bubbles, and we just got to the point where Zoe is going to meet the Merhorses. Pip took her to them. The thing behind Pip was small. The front half looked exactly like a miniature horse with light gray fur. Its white mane waved gently as two tiny hooves paddled through the water. Right where a belly button should have been, it turned from a horse into a fish. The bottom part of its body was covered in dark green scales, and its powerful fish-like tail moved up and down as it swam. Its colors blended in with most things in the stream, so I doubted I would have spotted it on my own. I put my hands in the water and waved in awe as it swam gracefully towards me. Pip climbed out of the water and sat on my wrist while the merhorse glided into the palm of my hand. I started to lift it out of the water to take a closer look. Whoa, what are you doing? Pip yelled in alarm. The merhorses needs to be underwater to breathe. Oh, I immediately lowered my hands. Now that they were back in the water, I could see flaps hidden by the horse fur on the merhorse's neck. They opened and closed over and over again. The merhorse had gills. Of course. I leaned closer to it and said, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you had gills. I'll keep you in the water. The merhorse moved its mouth as though it were. Look at how tiny it was. I thought it was going to be much larger than that. It is not much larger than Pip, and it is way smaller than a cat. Talking, but all I heard were some very strange, quiet sounds. I looked at Pip for help. Ah, yes, you don't speak Merhorse. I'll translate. Pip ran his hands down the purple skin and brushed off the rest of the water. He cleared in his throat and began. He said, Dear human girl, thank you for coming to help me and my fellow Merhorses. We fear something is very wrong with our stream. The Merhorse continued talking, and I turned to Pip. Pip translated. Many days ago, we felt our fur and scales burning and itching. Our eyes stung. It was hard to breathe. This horrible feeling continued the next day, and a few days later, we had trouble finding mayflies to eat. After a while, the stinging in our eyes seemed to get better, but this morning it began once more. I couldn't be positive yet, but from what the Merhorse was saying, it seemed like the pollution was worse on the weekends. That could be a clue. I'm sorry to hear that, I said, leaning down toward the Merhorse. I also can't find any mayfly nymphs in the stream. My parents and I ran some tests on the stream water, and we think someone might be dumping soap into the stream. The Merhorse spoke again. Pip held. There's a better picture of the Merhorse. His hand to his mouth and gasped. My stomach tightened. What is it, Pip? Pip looked at me with sad eyes. He said, Can you find out who it is? Can you get them to stop, please? I fear if things do not improve, we may starve. I do not know how many days we can last here. My heart dropped. We couldn't lose the Merhorses, too. We'll find a way to fix the stream water. We have to. I'll be back soon to let you know what we figured out. We had to save the Merhorses, and quickly. Chapter 8, Sassafras? I waded back to the opposite side of the stream with Pip once again on my shoulder. He hopped down when we got to shore. I'm really worried about those poor merhorses, Zoe. They are so hungry. I don't think I can find any moo flies, but someone in the forest might have something they can eat. I'll check back with you later. I gave a big sigh of relief. That is a wonderful idea, Pip. They definitely need to eat. You work on that, and I will keep trying to figure out where the pollution is coming from. Pip hopped into the forest, and I opened my journal and added everything I had just learned. Question: where is the stream pollution coming from? Observations. Seems like soap is being dumped on weekends. Pollution started about a week ago. I looked up to see my mom and dad coming toward me, but I didn't see Sassafras anywhere. He was probably hiding up in a tree again, freaked out that a drop of stream water might get on him. Sassafras! I called. Sassafras! Where was that cat? My mom and dad joined me. Sassafras! We all hollered. Finally, we heard a faraway meow. What is Sassafras doing down there? I asked. We headed towards the distant meowing. Every few feet we stopped and called Sassafras, and each time the meow got louder. We rounded a bend in the stream and found him balancing on a log. His tail was all fluffed up, and he was growling at some white foam caught behind the log. Wait, foam! Soap! Sassafras, I said, you found the soap! I ran over to pet him and noticed a pipe above his head. Mom! Dad! What is this weird pipe? It must be where the soap is coming from. Mom bent down, swiped some of the soap foam, and sniffed at it. Mom? What are you smelling? Why are you smelling it? My mom laughed. That must look strange. I was checking to make sure that it wasn't natural foam. Sometimes when the leaves and other bits of forest break down, they can make bubbles that look similar to soap bubbles. But there's no mistaking the smell of store-bought soap. Here, see what I mean? Mom put her foam-covered hand out to me and I sniffed. It smelled sort of like dish soap. Definitely not at all like a forest or leaves or stream water. I still don't get it, I said, peering into the pipe. Where is this pipe? What is this pipe? Where is this water coming from? It's storm water, Mom and Dad said at the same time. I looked at them, completely confused. Storm water? It wasn't raining. And I was pretty sure that water from storms came from the sky and the grounds, not from the pipes in the grounds. When it rains, what happens to the rain here in the forest? Mom asked. It goes into the ground and makes mud and stuff, I answered. Exactly, said Mom. Now what happens when it rains on sidewalks and roads? I thought. It makes puddles. It makes little rivers in the gutters. Right, and where do the little rivers and the gutters go? I asked Mom. I thought and I thought, but I wasn't sure. I mean, the water must go somewhere. I needed my thinking goggles. I squinched my eyes tight, pretending my thinking goggles were on my head, and tried to think about little rivers of water and gutters. I stretched and reached for a distant memory in my mind. There it was. My friend Sophie and I had been waiting by the side of the road for our bus in the pouring rain. We'd broken some sticks into little pieces and dropped them into the gutter river, and the sticks zoomed along and they went down some sort of drain. So we have gutters and storm drains. There's one right outside my house. They look very similar to this. Ours are very square. To the drain thingy, I announced proudly. Yes, a storm drain, Mom said. If we didn't have them, our roads and sidewalks would flood. Rain can't soak into the sidewalks and roads like it can into the forest dirt. So we collect all the extra water in gutters and it goes into the storm drain. And then it comes out here at the stream, I interrupted. Yes, so anything that's up there on the street can get gathered up by the rainwater and taken to a nearby stream or ocean. That's why we have to be careful about what we do on our streets and sidewalks. I put my hands on my hips and I looked up. There's just one problem. It's not raining. So why is water coming out of this pipe? Is the water coming from a town far away where it's raining or something? Great observation, my mom smiled. No, it's definitely coming from somewhere nearby. Let's see if you can put this last piece of the puzzle together. What uses soap and water? A lot of it. Enough to fill a gutter with soapy water. I wrinkled my nose in thought. I imagined a gutter river of soapy water. To make that much soapy water, you'd have to wash something big. Really big. Like a boat? Or a car? A car wash? I shouted. Sassafras flew backward off the log. Whoops! I didn't mean to be that loud, but I was so excited. It had to be a car wash. Mom and Dad nodded together, and I couldn't stop smiling. We could definitely fix this. First, we needed to find the car wash. That couldn't be too hard, right? And that is the end of that chapter and where we are going to stop for today. I will see you all again tomorrow. You could always take and draw a picture of the Merhorse and what you think it might look like to go with your picture of Pip that I asked and challenged some of you to do yesterday. Have a great day. Air hugs to everybody.